Hey, storytellers. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I enjoyed week one, and I hope you did too. Just to situate where we are in the course, the first 3 weeks of the course, we're interested in a general sense about two big questions. What are the origins of stories, and what happens to audiences when stories are communicated, and what happens, conversely, to the brain when stories are being communicated? And so we're interested in the origin and importance of storytelling in human culture across space and time. We're also interested in the social psychology of storytelling, why we tell stories, what we get from stories, both the telling and the receiving. This week and next week, what we're going to do is really break down stories into their component parts. We're interested in tropes, we're interested in themes, we're interested in common lines of arguments. We're especially, for this week, interested in structural concerns. For this particular lecture, we're going to cover 3 different heuristics of how to break down the structure and analyze the structure of stories you're producing, as well as stories you're potentially receiving. Over the next 2 weeks, common themes that we're going to talk about will include archetypes, the production of heroes, the production of villains, as well as, of course, the conflict between them and the journeys that each go separately on. Those are sort of coming attractions for this week's reading, as well as next week's lecture and next week's reading. As you're going through all of these weeks up until the final project and final exam are due a month or more from now, just make sure to keep your eyes on 2 different prizes in addition to your weekly assignments. First, make sure to study as you're reading and study as you're going through the lecture materials. My encouragement, as always, to study, and this is cheesy, but it works, is to study like a test maker. Don't study necessarily just like a test taker. So as you're looking through the readings, as you're looking for the lectures, looking through the lectures, if you're looking as if you were hypothetically going to write a multiple choice exam about these materials, you will begin to see testable material in the same way that I'm looking for this stuff, looking for ideas that we should include on a test as representative of the knowledge that we're producing and consuming in this class. But make sure to just take notes on these readings and take notes on these lectures so that you don't have to go back through every single thing when it's time to take the final exam. And number 2, make sure to look over the final assignment, project assignment handout as thoroughly as you possibly can. Jump on that thing early and often. Try to pick a topic, try to outline your topic, and then reach out to me with any questions. And finally, if you ever run into anything that's an interesting story or an interesting perspective on stories, I always love to hear feedback, and I always love to hear from y'all about things you should think about adding to the course. In any case, I hope you all have a great week. Enjoy the lecture.